Yo, what's going on, everybody? Los here, coming back at you with another video. And this is actually my 100th video. So that's something, I guess. But it is another unboxing video. And I have these right here. And I also have this guy right here. As you can see that. Yeah, who sends a comic book like this. Right? And one of these guys. So, if you want to see if this book survived, and the rest of the books that I got, you know what to do. Hop on that train, take a journey with me. Alright, so we're back, and like I said, this is a quick, well, not a quick unboxing, but this is going to be an unboxing video, and let's just get this one out of the way first, right? Because this was just absolutely ridiculous. I've ordered stuff through eBay countless times, and I've gotten some weird packages. I've ordered through Mercari and IG and YouTube and a bunch of places, right? And for the most part, people are pretty good with packing books. Anytime I order something, especially through eBay or anything like that, when you can leave a comment, I always leave a comment saying, hey, can you package the book well? You never know with the post office, they like to crush stuff, and so if you can package it well, please do so. And I understand that not everybody's a comic book collector. A lot of people that sell books are not collectors. They don't know about how to package things, but take the time. If you don't know how to package something, look on YouTube, Google it, and there's plenty of videos out there that show you how to package a book properly. Even if you don't have the proper materials, you can find them. And the person sent this media mail as well, which even media mail, right? You can send large packages in media mail, and it's still cheap. So sending it in this flimsy thing, just come on. Like, you can see it's bent right here in the corner here. I'm hoping that the book maybe slid down to the bottom where it was a little more secure. But it's just lazy. And I understand maybe you're trying to save a couple of little pennies here and there. But it's just lazy. And the book could be damaged. I don't think this is a very expensive book. But it doesn't matter, right? You always want to send packages in the condition that somebody bought it in, right? And that's what I try to do as well when I'm selling books myself, is I always try to ship the book in a condition where it's going to make it to the person in the condition that they bought it in, right? And alright, at least it came bagged and boarded. So that's something, I guess. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Not an extra, cardboard, nothing. Just an envelope, which is utterly ridiculous. The book somehow survived. And it is Ms. Marvel #1, and this is the 6th printing. There was like 7 or 8 printings of this. This is number 6. This was labeled on eBay as a 2nd printing, and it's definitely not a 2nd printing. The 2nd printing is blue. So they had it listed for 2nd printed pricing, and they had a best offer as well, and I submitted a best offer and it was accepted. So all in all, I'm happy it survived that disastrous mail, which was excuse me, which was utterly ridiculous. But on to the next book. So that's the end of my rant for that. Okay, next book up is a book from my 2023 want list. I posted it on IG And I've been able to get a few books off the list. Nothing too crazy. I think there's like one or two books on there that are a little more expensive. But I've been trying to knock off some of the lower ones, and most of them are just like kind of cover buys, variant covers that I appreciate. And one of my favorite characters is Psylocke, and I was able to get this guy right here, which is X-Men Sword of Braddock's #1. I believe this was just a one shot, and the cover is done by Alex Gardner. He's done. He had a nice little run on Wonder Woman in like the 6-10 range. They were like 1 in 10 ratio variants, and amazing covers. He's done some awesome work, and yeah, just gorgeous cover. And I don't think he gets enough notoriety, and I think he's just an awesome artist. So that was just a cool book. And next is this guy right here. So it did not come just like this. It was in a box. My wife received the mail that day, and I think she thought it was something else because it was inside of a box that was labeled as Amazon. So she thought it was something else. She opened it and she's like, "Oh, it's a comic book." So she threw it to the side for me. So that's why it looks like this. Okay, sorry about that. I know that was pretty noisy, but the blue painter's tape is actually covering the cover of the book a little bit. And this is another one that has been on my radar for a little time now. And the prices could be all over the place. And I know when the Venom movie came out, it kind of spiked a little bit because people weren't too sure what was going to happen, who was going to be in it. But, you know, I waited, and somebody had it on Mercari, sent me an offer that was, you know, half off of basically what they were selling it for, way less than the lowest one on eBay. And it was pretty good shape. It has, you know, one or two little spine ticks, non-color breaking that could be pressed out. But just a cool cover and cool first appearance. So this is The Bride of Venom #3, and this is the first, you know, She-Venom or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think it's just a really cool cover. It's a book that I've been trying to look for a while. Trying to get a decent price on a good grade, and just a nice high grade book. And yeah, definitely think I got a pretty good deal on that one. I think I got it for maybe 35 bucks or something like that. So I think that was a pretty good. This one I'm gonna save for last. It's a pretty big. Alright, so we're back. Sorry about that long delayed, but this book was actually packaged extremely well. So this was Markdown Comics, and I believe this was an eBay purchase. It packaged extremely well, so if you look them up, Markdown, and it's Mark, there you go. Hold on, they left me a little thing here, so here you go. Oh, sorry about that. Whoa. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little better. You can see that Markdown Comics. So definitely check them out on eBay. Like I said, the book was packaged extremely well. It took me a while to get it out there. This was definitely a cover buy. Didn't know this book even existed, but when I saw it, I had to have it because I love anime, and this just reminded me of an anime. And it is Black Widow #2, and just a cool cover. I believe this is a 1 in 25. I am not going to even attempt to pronounce the artist's name, and I'm sorry. You can look it up. Like I said, it's a 1 in 25 ratio. I believe it's I'm not sure if it was like 2020 or something like that. But yeah, just gorgeous cover, and scoop that up before, you know, any kind of anything pops up. If it pops up on a hot 10 list or anything like that, you know that book will spike. So I got in on it now, and like I said, I got it because I love the cover. I just love anime, and I thought it was just a really cool cover. Alrighty. Oh, and like I said, I really like that cover, right? So here you go. Here's the second copy that I got. So I got really good deal on both of them. So I said they're 1 in 25s. So even if you buy them at ratio, it's $25, and I definitely didn't buy them at ratio. I believe I got both of them for probably about $25 combined. Okay, so this was definitely one I was waiting for a while, and this book actually completes my Thor God of Thunder run, and that is number 20. So I believe this is like the first full appearance of old Galactus, and then the first appearance of like Dario Ager or something like that. He's like when he becomes a full like Minotaur or something like that in the story. But yeah, finally completed the run, so that's awesome. Finally got that. It's probably my favorite Thor storyline. So definitely happy to have that. Like I said, I was waiting for a good deal. I just don't want to overpay for those books, especially when they spiked when the movie came out and stuff like that. So definitely happy that they've gone down and I'm able to snag a deal on it. So this last one is a book that I picked up because there is a new publication that came out, and it's called Distillery. You probably heard of it from Comic Tom and all those other bigger guys and stuff like that. But whenever there's a new publication, I like to keep my ear out for any of those because you just never know, right? Image was the same thing when they came out, and they grabbed a bunch of like artists and stuff like that and writers, and that became a big thing. Not to say that this is gonna be like a big thing like Image, but you never know, right? They grabbed quite a bit of excellent writers and artists, so you just never know. You take a chance at it. This is packaged extremely well. It's only one book, but it was not sure if it was a ratio or if this was a like store exclusive, I think, or something like that. I like the cover of this one compared to some of the other ones. And if you go on eBay right now, this book is kind of spiking in price, and I think I got it at a pretty good, reasonable price. Definitely not eBay prices. So happy about that. And these books are actually almost like magazine format, right? They're a little bigger than your standard comic. So it's sometimes it's a little more difficult to kind of put these places and actually store them. It kind of makes it a little tough, and I know a lot of people don't like to collect that because it's hard to put it away, right? And but like I said, new publications I like to support. I want more titles to succeed, so we get more stories. I'm always down for that, and so. Your book was packaged by somebody, so there you go. So pretty cool, and you never miss a drop. So if you scan the QR code there, you can get notified when they have new drops. So what they do is it's a different kind of way that they're doing things. So they're doing a digital copy, and they're also doing a printed copy. The printed copies you can get from the store if your LCS has them, but they're also doing a digital copy, but the digital copy I believe only drops for 1 week. So the digital copy will be released the week of, and then after that you can't buy it anymore. You will be able to buy it in like third party, but from their own website. If you go to their website, you'll be able to buy it from like another person who was able to buy it on release, and then you can rebuy it if you want the digital copy. And I believe the artists and writers actually get a cut of that. So whereas like other publications will not give the artist or writer any kind of pay or something like that for it. So I think it was an interesting how they're trying to play this. So we'll see. But this is the first one. I believe this was an anthology. It had about 11 stories in it. 8 of them are going to be ongoing series. And it is The Devil's Cut. And this is, I want to say this was the like 1 per store variant or something like that or whatever. But I thought it was just a really cool cover. As you can see, it is a larger format, like magazine size. But I thought it was just really cool. I think it's something that could have some legs, especially the artists and writers that they've gotten for this. I think you never know, right? It could take off. Some of these stories seem pretty cool, and like I said, I want to support it. Get it on the ground floor. You just never know what will happen with this, if it takes off or not. Obviously it's probably not going to bump the top 3, which is Marvel, DC, and Image. But you never know, right? That's what a lot of people throw Image, right? They're like, oh, they're not going to succeed. There's no way they could compete with Marvel and Image, or Marvel and DC. And look at what they've been around for how many years now, right? And they're still going strong, still making stories, and some of their characters have been mainstays. So you just never know, right? And like I said, if I could support a new publication, why not, right? So that was my unboxing. Hope you guys enjoyed the books. Let me know what you guys think. What was your favorite? And yeah, until next time, guys. Talk to you later. Peace.